I'm going to share a simple little trick with you that will help to drop the unwanted fat while still putting on muscle and having tons of energy. That trick that I'm going to tell you about is called carb cycling. What exactly is carb cycling? In short, it's a strategic approach to eating carbohydrates that helps maximize fat loss while maintaining muscle mass. Now, there are several ways that you can carb cycle, but for most of you who aren't trying to be on a stage competing, I'm going to show you what I believe is the best carb cycling approach for you. In this carb cycling plan that I'm sharing with you, the objective is to alternate between high carb days and low carb days depending on your activity levels. It's especially helpful for those who are over 50, such as myself, because it can give you more control over your energy, your weight loss, and it can help your performance without leaving you feeling deprived. On days when you're working out, whether you're lifting weights or doing intense cardio, you need more fuel, and that fuel comes in the form of carbs. Carbs help replenish glycogen stores, giving your muscles the energy they need to perform and to recover. But on days when you're resting or just moving lightly, you don't need as many carbs. And so that's when you need to lower your intake. Now, if you know me, any at all, you know I'm a huge fan of carbs. I believe you have to have good carbs and you have to have them consistently. However, with what I'm about to show you in this plan, this is a way to manipulate and trick the body and really help you to get that stubborn fat off. This method is designed to fuel your workouts and maximize fat burning on the rest days. Now, pay attention to how your body feels and adjust accordingly based on your energy levels and progress. Remember, you know your body best and you must do what works best for you. But to do carb cycling, you'll need to track your carb intake. That's the most important thing. If you're not tracking, you're not going to know where your carbs are. So this is very important. Now, you can simply write it all down, or you can do what I do and use an app that will track your macros for you. So write it down by pulling the info from the nutrition labels, or do it the easy way and use an app like MyFitnessPal, which is what I use. Now, I really like 4-day workout sessions. So let's use a 4-day workout schedule for our example in this plan that I'm telling you about. So let's say your workout schedule is 4 days a week, Mondays through Fridays, with Wednesday being your off day. The way you're going to do this carb cycling plan is quite simple, and I'm going to show you right here. Start your week on Monday with a moderate carb intake. Monday's a workout day. So you want to do 1.2 to 1.5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. For example, if you weigh 180 pounds, let's just use that number in all of the illustrations. 180 pounds is going to be approximately 216 to 270 grams of carbs that you're going to take in on that Monday workout day. Tuesday will also be a workout day, so you're going to increase your carbs on Tuesday slightly to 1.5 to 2 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. Now, for that same 180 pound person, that would be between 270 and 360 grams of carbs. That's right, you're hearing me right. This may seem excessive, but it's really not when you're performing resistance training at a medium to high level. Now, let me say this, if you're a smaller guy, you may want to stay closer to the lower number, whereas you bigger, more muscular guys, you may want to be at the higher end of this carb intake. However, I don't see any issue with anyone who is resistance training doing it just as I'm describing it right here in this description. Now, Wednesday is a rest day. That's an off day. Now, that doesn't mean you won't walk or something like that, but for the most part, you're not going to be doing any resistance training or any type of really hard cardio or anything. So let's just call Wednesday a rest day for the sake of this workout plan and this cycling plan that I'm telling you about. So here's how I would do it, and here's how I'm telling you. On Wednesday, you're going to shift gears, okay? So you're actually going to downshift to lower your carb intake to between 0.25 to 0.50 grams per pound of body weight. Again, let's take that 180 pound man and let's use it for this example. So you're going to consume as a 180 pound man between 45 and 90 grams of carbs. Now, I know that seems low, But again, those of you with more muscle mass can stand to be at a higher end of this chart, whereas the others may want to stay towards that lower end. Now hear me out on this. This is a simple way to lose that stubborn fat by tricking your body. However, the off days are challenging if you do not have proper discipline, because it's very easy to hit 50 grams of carbs. You can't just go eating donuts and snack foods, cereals, or any of that type of stuff. You're going to have to back off on the oatmeal that day. You're going to have to drop some of the things that you would typically do. The sweet potatoes that you're doing for carbs, you're going to want to cut those out on the rest days. So you got to have proper discipline. But believe me, it's not that hard. And I believe every one of you out there can do this plan. I wouldn't be telling you about this plan if I didn't believe you could do it, because it is a simple plan. Okay, Wednesday's behind us. Now we're back to working out on Thursdays. So we're going to begin shifting gears back up again on Thursday workout day. Okay, so we're going to build back to 1.5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight to keep your muscles fueled. So on this workout day, what you're going to want to do is that same 180-pound man is going to be taking in approximately 250 to 270 grams of carbs. Okay, so now on Friday, this is your last workout training day of the week, and we want to end the week strong. So we're going to load up on carbs with approximately 1.5 to 2 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. Just like we did on Tuesday, that's between 270 and 360 grams for a 180-pound individual. Okay, so pay attention to this now. On Saturday, on this rest day, you're going to drop your carbs to a moderate level of 0.75 grams per pound of body weight, which for a 180-pound individual would be about 135 grams of carbs. Sunday is also an off day, and you're going to finish the week on Sunday with a very low carb day, consuming only about 0.25 grams of carbs per pound of body weight. That's just 45, maybe 50 grams of carbs on that last day of the week, or the first day before your first workout day of the week, whichever you want to look at it. Now, we're back to Monday. And on Monday, you're going to start the cycle all over again. The reason why this approach is beneficial, especially if you're over 50, is for several reasons. First, you optimize your energy. So you're going to have more carbs on workout days when your body is using them and needing them the most. This helps you to train harder, but it also helps you to recover better. Second, of course, is what we're all interested in, the fat loss. By reducing carbs on your non-workout days, your body will start to tap into fat for fuel. And so this is why you're going to lose body fat doing the carb cycling. Also, you're going to preserve muscle. So having higher carb intake on workout days will help keep your muscles fueled, and it will prevent the loss of that lean mass that you're trying to hold on to. And then, of course, hormonal balance. So carb cycling can maintain, or can help maintain, a healthy metabolism by keeping your hormones like insulin and leptin in check for you. So that's important as well when we're talking about belly and body fat, and we're talking about maintaining and growing muscle tissue. Now, on non-workout days, we want to lower carbs while still getting enough protein and healthy fats. So this doesn't mean cutting carbs completely, but rather you want to reduce them to focus on lean proteins, leafy greens, and healthy fats. So here's what a low-carb meal might look like. Protein like grilled chicken, fish, lean beef. Then you're going to take in vegetables like broccoli, spinach, or any non-starchy veggie. That's always going to be good for you. And then you got your fats, so you could focus on avocados. Of course, olive oil is always great to use. Just make sure it's a legitimate olive oil. And then nuts. I'm a big believer in doing the nuts as well. Now, a simple balanced low-carb meal could be grilled salmon with a side of roasted veggies and a sprinkle of olive oil, not too much because there's a lot of calories in olive oil. And then you still get the nutrients but you're not overloading on carbs when your body just doesn't need the carbs on those off days. But what about the workout days? So on the workout days, you want to increase your carb intake to fuel your muscles. So this is where you can add starchy veggies or whole grains and even fruits. So a high carb meal might look something like this. First of all, of course, is your protein. So you want your chicken breast, your lean beef, maybe even some fishes could be good. But on the carb side, sweet potatoes, I'm a big believer in that. You could also try the quinoa or do like brown rice, and then veggies like roasted vegetables or some type of a salad. Just beware of the dressing. Use fat-free dressings and use them very conservatively because they have a lot of calories. Okay, so you want to watch that on the salads. Now, a good post-workout meal might be grilled chicken with a baked sweet potato and a side of green beans. I actually do that a lot. This combination gives you a really good balance of protein and carbs to help you recover and refuel. It's always good to get that meal right after that workout. So to make carb cycling work for you, try doing things like planning ahead. So that would mean maybe meal prepping. Go ahead and get those sweet potatoes cooked, several of them at a time. They'll last for days. So meal prepping is your best friend when it comes to carb cycling. And then knowing what you'll eat on workout and non-workout days will help you to stay on track if you just plan ahead and maybe write it down or put it in your notes or something on your phone. And then listen to your body. If you feel sluggish being a couple of days on low carbs, then just consider adding a small amount of healthy carbs like berries or a handful of nuts just to keep the energy up. And of course, the shakes, do a protein shake or something like that. But remember, they're supplements. They are to supplement the other things. They're not to replace anything, okay? So then you want to stay hydrated, which is important. So whether it's high carb or low carb days, hydration is always key for recovery and digestion. And then be consistent. You hear me talk about that all the time, but consistency is so important with this stuff. So the more consistent you are, the better results you're going to see. So stick to the plan and don't forget to pair it with a solid workout routine. You can do all this other stuff, but if you're not bringing it in the gym and you're not working out hard and you're not pushing those weights hard, it really doesn't matter. So you make sure you've also got a good resistance training program in place. Okay, I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video. And until then, go get fit.